In this video, let's talk about your pricing strategies when you are selling on marketplaces. What's a marketplace? It's something like Etsy.com or Amazon.com or any other e-commerce site where you have competitors.
This video is brought to you by EpiPies Academy.
And you have to understand how these platforms work. They work algorithmically. There are two main algorithms that are used across these sites. These algorithms tend to be very, very similar. There is the SEO algorithm. When people search on Amazon, on Etsy, on other e-commerce sites, people search and they find products. Most business owners really are familiar with the SEO, search engine optimization algorithm on these sites. Conversely, most people are far less familiar with the recommendation algorithms. For example, on Amazon, when you buy a product or when you look at a product, Amazon shows you other products that other buyers liked or bought. And these recommendation algorithms can be far more powerful than the SEO, the search. Why? Because you cannot generate more sales than there are people searching. Just mathematically impossible. But if Amazon begins recommending you, then guess what? That is there. It will be an absolute flood of sales because Amazon, on all these similar products, if they start recommending your product the most, then you will far outgrow your SEO sales because Amazon is just a giant behemoth. It's even hard for us to fathom the level of sales it can bring. It just tremendous potential. And so, but very successful sellers have a really quite a bit recommended in the recommendation algorithms. And we'll talk a little bit about how to get ahead in both of those. But that's your job. If you want to sell a lot, you've got to take care of the SEO and the recommendation algorithm. Not all sites have a recommendation algorithm, but all e-commerce sites do have SEO. And of course, the problem that you're going to face is that you're almost never without competition. So you have to price accordingly. You already understand that. And one of the strongest ways that you will outrank and outcompete your competitors is by selling for a total higher dollar amount. This is extremely, extremely important. I want you to focus on this. Every month or every whatever time period, let's say month, you have to sell for a total amount more than your competitors. Why is this important? It's important because if you sell for a cheaper price, you're going to sell more items, but together they're going to come for a lower price. If you sell for a higher amount, you're obviously going to sell less items, but because it's per item you're charging more, that your sum total is bigger. So it's a really sensitive balance of which one to do. And you have to experiment. Of course, the main problem with that is that higher price, the higher you raise the price, you have fewer customers. And what is the problem with having fewer customers is that if you have refined and if you have created a large long-term customer value and you have fewer of those guys, then you're making exponentially less money. So you don't want to stay with lower pricing for too long. You may get ahead with lower pricing to beat out the bad competitors, the low quality competitors, just so you can outsell them because they sell almost nothing. But eventually you want to begin raising prices. Okay, so in the beginning, you want to fight to be number one or close to number one in your niche and beat out all the low quality competitors. And then, and you can do that just by increasing your sales and having a lower price. That's one of the tactics, of course. It's not the only tactic, but in terms of pricing, that's the tactic. But then at some point, you want to fight to be best in class in quality and in ranking in search and in getting recommended. And they're all going to be hand in hand because you're going to have quality signals that you're going to be sending to the e-commerce site, and they're going to, like the Amazon, for example, they're going to collect all kinds of quality signals about how your product is bought, used, browsed, reviewed, and they're going to be able to pretty closely to approximate how good your product is compared to your competitors. And once you're number one in niche, you can raise your price, and what you're going to be able to achieve is more sales at higher prices than competitors. It's not immediate, but that's where you want to be. And the key to that is quality, and the key to that is just sell, so that you're selling for a larger sum overall, and that's going to propel you higher and to be more recommended by the search engines, these e-commerce platforms.